Welcome back to Course 1. This is Saxon, Math's Lesson 27, Measures of a Circle. It's a new concept. There are several ways to measure a circle. We can measure the distance around the circle, the distance across the circle, and the distance from the center of the circle to the circle itself. The pictures below here identify these measures. So you have the circumference, which goes from one point all the way around the circle, on the circle, to that starting point. The diameter goes from one edge of the circle through the center. It's very important. It goes through the center and it goes to the other edge. Then there's the third measure of the circle, which is from the center point to the circle itself. The circumference is the distance around the circle. The distance is the same as the perimeter of a circle. The diameter is the distance across a circle through its center, and the radius is the distance from the center to the circle itself. The plural of radius is radii. For any circle, the diameter is twice the length of the radius. So we're going to look at an activity here. You would need a compass and a pencil and plain paper. A compass is a tool for drawing a circle. Here's two types of compass. This is a metal compass, and this would be a plastic compass that's got a ruler incorporated as well. But if you have the center point being this, and then you would slide your radius to recognize that you could create a circle if you spun it around that particular center point. To use a compass, we select the radius and a center point for a circle. Then we rotate the compass about the center to draw the circle. In this activity, we're going to use a compass and paper to draw circles with given radii. I'm just going to share with you how to do it. You can use a piece of paper to practice it along with your compass. And then we're also going to look at some questions related to that. So here's my compass. If I was going to make a circle, let's say my circle has, for example, let's say it just has 1 inch. If I want a 1 inch radius for a circle, that means the distance would have to be from here to here for the radius. And if you don't remember what a radius is, that's this. So if I'm going to go from the center point, which is what I would use on the tip of the compass, out to the outer edge and creating the circle, and I want that to be 1 inch in radius, I would take my compass and I would put it on the 0 point for that, and then I need to move my pencil to the 1 inch mark to make it a 1 inch radius. See, that distance there is now 1 inches. So once I've got that in position, I keep my compass in place, and then I can draw my circle by keeping the needle in its position. This is a circle with a 1 inch radius. This is 1 inches. That means the diameter of this circle is actually 2 inches across. So if I'm looking at the center of that, it's a 2 inch diameter, but it's a 1 inch radius. If I wanted to make a circle with a radius of 2 inches, I would go out to 2. If I wanted to make it 2.5, I go to 2.5 using a ruler and a compass. 4 inch radius would just mean this. If I was to go out here and let's say I put it in the same position, let me put it right here, the center. I'm going to put the center of the compass on the same center as I had before, and I'm going to make a circle around that. And now I have a 4 inch, this distance from here out to here is 4 inches. That means the radius from here to here, the diameter all the way across through the center point would end up being 8 inches in total. So from this point all the way over to this point, measuring that line would be 8 inches. Right, so it says here, draw a circle with each given radius. So you need a ruler in order for this to work. So let me get my ruler. I need to have a 2-inch. So I'm gonna just put my ruler down here. I need to have a 2-inch. So I'm gonna use my compass. I'm gonna put the needle at the 0, and I'm gonna move my pencil mark to the pencil distance to 2 inches. So I'm going to go to 2 inches. And once I'm at 2 inches, I can create my 2-inch radius circle. And it would look like this. That would be from this point to this point is 2 inches. So that's a 2-inch radius. Letter B, a 3 centimeter. So in this case, we need to have a ruler with a centimeter. Let me just change this to centimeter scale. I'm going to go down to here to the 0 on that, and then I'm going to move my pencil and separate the needle and the pencil from each other by 3 centimeters. And then I'm going to go over here. I put the needle on the paper, and the pencil I can lightly draw, keeping the needle in the same position. And now I just created a 3 centimeter radius. And then the last one is 1 3/4 inches. So I need my ruler to represent inches again. So I'm going to change it to inches here. And then I'm going to move my needle to the 0 mark. And then I'm going to go to 1 3/4. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means right here, this would be 3/4, because I want to have it at 1, 2, 3, 4. There's broken into quarters there. So that's 1 3/4 for the distance. And then I'm going to draw my 1 3/4 circle on my paper by placing the needle on the paper and keeping the needle in the exact location all the way around, and drawing with the pencil. Sometimes it's easier to move the paper underneath. Sometimes it helps to have more than one piece of paper so that the needle doesn't tear your paper. This would be considered 1 3/4 inches in radius. Letter D, draw 3 concentric circles with radii of 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 6 centimeters. So I need my scale to be on centimeters. I'm going to use a ruler. I'm going to start with my smaller one. I'm going to go to 4 centimeters. That's right there. And right here in the middle, I'm going to draw that 4 centimeter. That's 4 centimeters there. And I'm going to put a dot here so that I can remember where my center point is. It's very important for me to do that. And I'm going to go back down here to the 0 on the needle. And I'm going to spread this out to 5 centimeters. I'm going to place the needle back on that dot that I had. If you're using paper, it'll actually probably end up leaving a little bit of a hole there. Then I've got my 5 centimeter one. Now I need to do a 6 centimeter one. That was 5 centimeters in radius. I'm going to do 6 centimeters now. It's right about there. I'm going to put my needle back on the center point. It's a little bit challenging digitally. And then I'm going to draw that. This would be concentric circles, one's inside of the other. So now I see I've got one with the radius of 4. This is the radius of 5. And this would be a radius of 6. There's 3 circles there. This one's 4 centimeters. This one's 5 centimeters. and this one goes out to 6 centimeters. That's the radius. If I wanted to find out what the diameter of the 4 centimeter radius, it would be 4 plus 4, which makes 8 centimeters. If I did the 5 centimeter, the diameter of that would be 10 centimeters. The diameter of a circle that has 6 as a radius is 12. All right, excellent work. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.